Right, good morning everybody. We are live on air. The guys are going mad here on Discord, so I've just muted them. Once they settle, we can bring them into the conversation. And welcome. We up and early today. We're gonna do some flights, and hope you guys enjoy it with us. Are you guys now ready to come live on air? All right, welcome. Welcome live on air. Akan's going to fly with me. If anybody else wants to join us, you have 20-25 minutes to do so. Stefan, good morning. Nice to have you on stream with us. And this is going to be a Ryanair flight again. But like I say, if anybody wants to join us on VATSIM, you're more than welcome. We are at Berlin, Brandenburg, Echo, Delta, Delta, Bravo. So feel free to join us. The scenery that you guys see comes from the gateway. It was released 4 days ago, so it's brand new. I couldn't find any decent proper scenery for this area other than this one, and I'm very happy that I did find this one, and nothing wrong with this one. Very nice. So without further ado, let's get into the final stages of the planning and everything, because I have spent some time on it already. And then I just want to also talk to you quickly about something which I started playing with in the week. Believe it or not, in 2 years time I've never ever played with it, but this time I'm going to show you what I did, and it was actually very nice. Is very nice. Right, looks like we've got everything. By the way, Hakan, I see you took my call sign on the network, so I had to change my call sign, and I better write it down.
I have given Ryanair 50 Bravo Tango by SuperChat.
Yeah, I was also given the same one. So what I had to do now is, when I logged into VATSIM, it was telling me somebody else is using it. So I am now 50 Bravo November for brother Nico. All right, it sounds familiar.
Brother Nico,
Good morning.
but that was not my fault.
I know. Don't worry. I'm not blaming you. Don't worry. You can hear I'm in good spirits. Don't worry. Virtual Skycheck. Christer, good morning. And Lucian, good morning from Romania. I'm sitting lekker in South Africa here. It looks like a semi-gloomy day outside. I'm glad I'm inside. Winter is coming. Look, can't say I'm looking forward to that. Hakan is in Turkey, Uncle John in the UK, and Paul also in the UK. Jose is in Portugal. Good morning, Jose. And Steiner, you are in Germany somewhere, I think.
Yes.
Man.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Jose. How are you?
I'm very well, and you?
Also good, thank you. Also very good. Let's get into this cockpit. You made it in time. I just want to quickly show you guys something. I've had a couple of guys ask me about this, and it's funny because obviously it proves that they never read the EFB guide, or they have never spent time in this Zibo tablet. So I just want to quickly focus you. Let's do it slowly. If you go to the settings, you go to general config, there is an engine no run setting, and you can start your aircraft cold and dark or in a turnaround state. And the question, I mean, I had like 5 in the last 2 weeks, guys asking me, how do you set up turnaround state in the Zibo? And it's actually very easy. You just click a button, okay, and it takes you to turnaround state. Alright, so go play around with that one. It's very nice. I mean, you get your aircraft looking like this. You know, IRSs are aligned. Most of the buttons have been pulled. You obviously have some work to do. You're going to see me continue from here. I obviously started programming the FMC because that's not done. But I mean, you get a live aircraft. You know, half the hassle is gone. So for the new guys, I think what I'm going to do in my next version of the checklist is I'll actually include the turnaround state as well, so you guys can choose if you want to start up like this. My ground power was already connected this morning. Everything is just halfway done, you know. If you want to take it one step further, but this is on you, I'm not going to spend time on this today. If you go to your save and load, you can actually manage your state presets as well. There is a button for it, and you can actually go and set your switches. So if you want flicking your landing lights on. Alright, just as an example. You can actually go set all your switches and then you come and save it. So you've got a cold and dark state that you can save. You've got a turnaround state you can save. Or you can simply have a preset that you can quickly load up when you get into the aircraft, you know. So the possibilities here is very it's a lot, it's much, but you need to go and just fiddle with it to get to the understanding of what it is and how it can benefit you. So unfortunately that's not something somebody can spoon feed you. You're going to have to go and play with it. This one is easy enough, you just click a button, but the others you're going to have to set up the way you want it to be, and it works rather well. Many moons ago, when the Zibo started with the marker active, I actually used that facility to switch off the marker, save it, and the next time I put it into the Zibo, it didn't give me that beep in my ears again, you know, just to give an example. So I just thought I'd quickly run that by you. I hope that's helpful.
Very useful.
Yeah. Right, so I'm going to start the whole loading process. In fact, let's just change the audio a little bit. Gets kind of on your nerves when you listen to the cleaning wheel time. Right, payload. Stefan, yes, I use XP Realistic. It works very well for me. Head shake was okay when, you know, I didn't know any better. Then I got XP Realistic and I'm very happy with it. No issues with it. You'll see in all my videos I've got it enabled. Gonna be nice and heavy today.
Following is not an endorsement.
There's your button, Uncle John.
I'm pressing the button.
No, you were breaking up, so that's why I just nudged you. Okay, go, continue, tell us.
Okay, repeat. This is not an endorsement of the software. It's just something that somebody pointed me to, and I find it extremely useful because I've got an iPad. There's a piece of software out there called, I can find it again,
Air Manager.
Air Manager, and you can then put your any instrument that you want in the flight deck into your iPad. I particularly use it for the tablet, so you can control everything that you need. There's a lot of work that you use on the tablet. I find it extremely useful. So if there's anybody out there feels that might be useful to them, try it. It is payway. You have to buy it. I think it's about €29.
Awesome. That sounds good, Uncle John. Steve Mitchell, I use the Active Sky Clouds. Let me actually just show you, because I don't know why it's so difficult for some people to see it, but a lot of guys come back to me and say, no, we don't know what you're talking about. So let me just show you, help you guys a little bit. So there's Active Sky. You go to textures, there at the side, you see there, it says textures. Click on textures, next. High performance. The high resolution ones kills your performance. Trust me, they are super high resolution. So don't go there unless you really don't mind a hell of a FPS knock. But use high performance. You click next, finish, done. That's it. End of story. That's how easy it is. So textures. Make sure high performance is selected. Click next. It will install it for you. Done. And when I fly today, you can have a look and see what the textures are like. In my opinion, they are the best cloud textures that I've seen on X-Plane. Alright, let's activate this guy. RYR 50 Bravo November. Alright, superficially it looks okay. We're going to have to go and test this. By the way, I need to start my VA client. Fat user, I'm saying I'm flying a VA in flight and then I don't do that. SkyMax is something completely different. SkyMax includes its own clouds. I'm not sure because I obviously just used the product. I haven't dissected it yet. I'm not sure you can use other clouds with SkyMax. It comes with its own clouds, with its presets. You have to choose from one of the presets which clouds you want, because obviously that gives you a whole selection as well. But you're kind of stuck with them as far as I know, and I'm speaking under correction, so you can help me, correct me if I'm wrong. So Hakan, we're taking runway 07, right?
Right, sir. 07 left, right.
Yes, that's what I mean. You know what I mean. Alright, this seems perfect. So. Route.
Available here. I'm so happy today.
Ah, good. Welcome, Steve. Right, we're just waiting for the fuel to complete the load, but we can already set up the rest once this 70.1 just to work with that. One, that's correct. Set. Ooh, 350.
Toolkit Pro makes wonderful job every day, sir. They are permanently upgrading their software, but they do really wonderful things.
Yep.
Every day it is getting better and better, user friendly.
Excellent piece of software. What's that?
If a variable wind there, we'll just go for, well, it's not very strong, so we don't give it, just go for what we see. Yeah. You're very broken, Hakan.
Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. On behalf of all the crew, welcome on board this flight. We expect to be departing on schedule today, and weather en route is looking pretty smooth. Shortly, the cabin crew will be showing you a safety demonstration. This is for your safety and for those around you, so please give them your full attention. Once again, you're all very welcome on board.
Starting pushback and wait, sir.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, you'll see the seatbelt lights flash on and off. It's also an indication for you to actually make sure that your seatbelt is securely fastened and ready for departure.
On to cockpit. Code driving up.
Ladies and gentlemen, mobile phone and tablets have permitted to use for the whole duration of the flight in airplane or flight mode. If your device does not have airplane or flight mode, it needs to be switched off now and remain switched off for the whole duration of the flight. Thank you.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the aircraft, you'll find your life check into the panel just below the head. Select the right instructions by your cabin crew. Thank you.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect. Set. Parking brake. Now connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Yeah, I'll do that just now, guys. I'm just fiddling here with the map. Show you guys just now. Right, don't know how many of you guys have actually seen this, but let me just put it up there because I was wondering about the taxi, how we're going to get from where we are to the runway. So in SimToolkit Pro you can actually add waypoint, set up a bit of a route for yourself. So doing is just this basically. Right, and you can say finish. So there it gives us the route Kilo 4, Kilo 3, Golf, Kilo 1. And then you have it. So if we go and we say follow and auto zoom, we can actually now use it like a normal GPS, just for your information. Nice function. Right, so just want to get my flight plan into active sky as well. Hakan,
Sir, yes, sir.
Did you check VATSIM and where the centers are? I see Denmark's open and looks like some portions up north as well. I don't see any ATC here. You in agreement?
Yes, sir, there is no ATC.
Alright, okay. Alright, so let's go then.
Starting pushback, and you may start the engines.
Hey, quit blinding me with your landing lights. Turn them off.
Chocks are probably still up. No. Why is you not pushing?
Has it gone for its parking brake?
Looks like it.
Operation complete. Please set parking brake.
Can't start planning.
Disconnecting tow.
Pushback
Stand by.
already in progress. Please stop the pushback operation first. Can't start planner. Pushback already in progress. Please stop the pushback operation first.
In cabin baggage and the seat in front of you or in the overhead locker for taxi, takeoff and landing. We would like to remind you that smoking is not permitted. Thank you for your attention. Please sit back.
Tow is disconnected and wiper spin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. I'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Yeah, do start up.
Can't start planner. Pushback already in progress. Please stop the pushback operation first. Can't start planner. Pushback already in progress.
I send you
Please
a
stop the pushback
rope
operation
with
first.
tractor for pushing back.
Pushback is cleared off.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Tow is driving up. Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect. Set parking brake. Now connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start the engines.
Ha! Can you believe it? Okay, I learned something new. I never forget, or I never put on the landing lights, so I obviously forgot I had it on this morning. Very interesting happenings there. Mike, I'm not sure if you heard me because my mic was muted at one point here. I never had that issue. Honestly, in BFPX, never had that issue. Well, it's always spot on. Would be interesting though to analyze one of your flights. You maybe want to send me one of your OFPs and let me fly it and see if I get the same results. We'd be happy to do that for you if it would help.
Nico, didn't you set your own PFPX up?
I did. I think Mike has been on stream with me talking about it before, and I think he's got my details. So he should have the same setup as me if memory serves me well. That's why I think it might be worthwhile to get one of his OFPs and maybe just go fly it, you know. Bit premature. No, I can actually do it. That was something interesting I learned in the week from Jorge. He said to me, you never start engine 2 when the start valve is open. Well, the second engine, when the first engine that you start in sequence, when the start valve is still open. Alright, cool. If it happens, just send me an OFP, or I'll tell you, you know, let me know, and then I'll give you a route that I want you to create for me. And then we go fly it. Let's see.
Operation complete. Please set parking brake.
Chris, I'm not sure what to say there. I mean, we'll see now. Hakan, you ready?
I am.
Good.
Tower is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. I'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
See both of you in STKP.
Awesome.
Standing around as if you're waiting for better weather.
Better days, my friend. Better days. Right, okay. I'm going to switch on my TCAS. I see most of the airports now, at least on WATSM, the guys ask you to do that, so they've adopted the American way of doing things, so we'll follow suit. You know, if you've got ground radar, why not use it? According to the plan, we need to actually go continue a little bit more, sorry. So I'm following that GPS plan now, guys. I want to see if it works. Hopefully it does, because it doesn't look good at this moment. If it doesn't, I apologize. be super cool if it does. I'm completely unfamiliar with this airport. I've never been here that I can recall. I love flying to all the new little airports now. When we've got all the spare time to go fly around with, it's nice to explore all of them. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful, beautiful. So while we're on the straight, let's just put that on screen quickly. You can see there. Runs beautifully. Perfect. Chris, I'm doing 27 knots on the ground here. I have absolutely no problem taxiing, so I'm kind of not with you on the slow taxi thing. I mean, if you put enough juice in the engine, if you push that throttle forward, it should work. Unless I don't understand you correctly, so you might want to rephrase it or something, but I really don't have any issues. Also, the breakaway thrust required is still just the same. I don't see anything pertaining to a slow taxi. And I went the wrong way. Hakan,
Tell me, sir.
don't follow me. I'm sitting here looking at the taxi and not the taxi route. We're gonna have to backtrack. It's too late. I see. We're gonna have to backtrack now. Okay, so just wait for me. I need to backtrack now.
Same thing happened to me as well.
Yeah. I mean, I plotted out the whole taxi route. And then I'm sitting here.
Used it.
No, I never used it. I'm sitting here trying to help Chris now. Chris, it's your fault. My concentration was with you. No.
On runway 25 right.
We'll just quickly backtrack here. Sorry, Hakan. Apologies.
If I enter the runway, there is any place to go out for backtrack?
Yes, come. You can go to the left. What I'll also do is I'll get off the left here, and then we'll just taxi on the other way, then on the other side of the runway then. So you can follow me, it's fine, come.
Caution on taxiway. On taxiway. Caution on taxiway. On
We hear you.
taxiway.
Sorry, Auntie. I apologize, Auntie.
I do seem to remember somebody once having a problem with finding it very difficult to taxi, and it was as if they were on the grass, and it was it a scenery problem?
Yeah, that was a scenery problem, yeah, definitely. Because what happens is some of the scenery cars put the wrong friction value into the scenery, and then you get tremendous big problem. Chris, that's maybe a good idea. Thank you, Paul. Go try another airport. See if it works.
What is the scenic route?
Yes, sir. If you look that way, you'll see another country. If you look that way, you'll probably see another country too. So it depends on how far you look.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are introducing Schoenfeld Airfield today. So it will take a long trip to take off because of my company pilot made some wrong route. At least we learned Schoenfeld Airfield, sir.
Yes, yeah, it's now familiar to us.
Experience is experience.
Yes.
It helps if the chart is the right way up.
I promise you everything was the right way up. I was concentrating on this taxi thing, and I was checking the performance on the taxi, and I obviously took the wrong turn. Right, Steiner, are you going?
Yes, almost. You still need to taxi via Delta Lima 2, right?
Yeah. I'm literally going to turn onto Lima 2 in a second.
Well, then I'm going to step on it.
This is Lima 1. According to STKP, this is Lima 2, but apparently this is Lima 1. So, anyway. Right, let's do our runway entry procedure. All the lights need to be set. There we go, let's go. Good morning, Joshua. All well, thank you. Had a bit of laugh already this morning. I hope you are well as well.
Approaching 07 left. On runway 07 left.
At least we need 10 mile separation. There's the cutback. Perfect. The wind is not strong, it's not even showing, but look at the turbulence. I mean, that's not me doing this. This thing is on autopilot. Look at the turbulent winds. Nice turbulence after takeoff, Hakan.
Good job.
Passengers are sitting there. I hope this guy knows what he's doing. You're not supposed to give coffee this low anyway. Wait after 10,000. Okay. I can do that, but then you guys need to tell me if it's too loud, okay? So, guys on Discord, I've switched you up. Don't shout now, but just, Hakan, count to 3.
Count to 3?
No man, count. 1, 2, 3.
Ah, okay. 15, 14, 30.
Alright. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Alright, I hope that's better. I lifted it by a huge amount of decibels.
3, 2, 1.
Thank you. Awesome. Guys, thank you for that. Thank you, Aviator. I obviously cannot hear the sound difference. They are very loud in my ears here because we connected directly on Discord. So if you ever have sound issues, please just say that, you know, mention it, that we can actually do something about it.
You can go now, Arkin.
Okay, bye. Okay, I've lifted it a little bit more.
Uncle John, that wasn't really ATC speak, was it? You can go now if you like, Harkan.
Harkan, you're cleared for takeoff. Runway 07 left.
I have already taken off, sir.
Okay.
How dare you?
Thanks, Aviate. I appreciate the feedback there, guys. Anyway, I don't know if you are still watching, but there is experialistic. You can clearly see the movement and everything that is in the cockpit and in the head movement. And this is all experialistic, bringing, you know, the extra realism into play here. Also, my head angle, you guys should be able to pick up the head angle, is a little bit different than usual. Right, I've got your bogey on the gas. Captain Freeman, make sure that the original Aerosoft EGLL that is shipped with X-Plane is switched off. When you have something like X-Organizer, you go to your default airports and you go find that default one and you just deselect it, you know, switch it off. Because that's the only thing I can think of that might have a problem. Awesome, Stefan, that's it. Good stuff. Just want to show you guys something. This is the normal profile. I don't know why it diverts to, or reverts to 739, because you've got different profiles there. So the 738 is supposed to be this one. I use all the default settings. The only thing that I did deactivate on my own is the airframe wind. If I switch this on, strange enough, look, I brought the volume down anyway, you can't really hear it now, but this thing used to drive me insane. It is just too loud, you know. So this is the only thing I switch off. I make sure that I'm on the 738 profile, okay, because you don't want the prop, you know, Cessna 172 shaking and when you start the engines, you know. So make sure you're on the right profile, and then, like I said, the only thing I switched off is just the airframe wind. The rest is all stock standard. I didn't change anything. Yeah, it would be. It would be, Captain Freeman. If that's not the case, then it's a scenery layering issue. You're going to have to relayer your scenery. That whatever is causing the problem, it could be something like ORVIX, for instance. It could be Auto for XP. It could be a number of things. You know, it could be what is that? The FS economy airports. I can't remember what you call them. There was a whole pack that you loaded. So there could be a number of things. You need to make sure your scenery layering is done correctly.
Passing 10,000 feet.
Okay, I'm on 17.1. You're welcome. You're welcome, Captain Freeman. Yeah, I haven't changed that. It's still vivid, Chris. Only thing different in this area is I don't have autos in this area. Still need to make some. This is standard X-plane, but still with it preset.
It's a beautiful day in Germany today, huh?
Yeah, looks like
Yeah, it is here, definitely.
Sunny. Hello, Uncle John. How are you today?
I'm very well, Harkin. How's you?
I'm fine. Thank you very much.
That coffee you made me was beautiful.
Yeah, it's good.
gear down and locked. Welcome.
The question is, why don't you fly with us, John?
I will do on the next flight, but not in that's it. Not yet.
I'm not pretty sure. However, Nico plans to fly with Southwest Airlines in the United States tonight.
Yep.
So, if you are available, please join us. We can make a short group flight.
Okay.
Nico?
Yeah.
What are you planning for tonight? From where to where we are going to fly, sir?
Kilo Bravo Whiskey India, that's Baltimore, to somewhere probably Long Island, I think. I'll have to see what's available. Let's have a
Okay,
look
sir.
see. Let's have a look see.
Maybe I can set my orthos.
Let's have a look. I'm quickly going to the website.
I have downloaded all liveries of Southwest Airlines.
Good question there for you, Nico. My answer would be yes.
Okay, I'll have a look there now. So, Hakan,
Yes, sir.
I think what we're going to do is we're going to fly to Providence in Rhode Island. So it will be KBWI to KPVD. Kilo Bravo Whiskey India to Kilo Papa Victor Delta.
Let me read back from Kilo Bravo Whiskey India to Kilo Papa Victor Delta.
Yes.
Dankeschön, sir.
Captain Freeman, yes it would. There is a little bit of thought that needs to go into you using the facility in X-Organizer, but if you put everything, you know, into the obvious places, the rest should start making sense to you very soon, you know. So just go and put each piece of scenery in the, you know, earthly, continentally groups, you know, the country groups, and then in the US also into the different state groups, you know. So once all the initial layering is done, it should also pick up on the rest. But there are a couple of tricks, so the best would be to try it and then let's see. Definitely it will show you, but let me give you one example which it's really bad at. Okay, if you have Auto for XP and you buy a piece of scenery that comes with a mesh, it goes and puts the mesh under your Auto for XP, and that sometimes makes a big mess. So what I tend to do is I would go to the mesh side of things in X-Organizer, and I would actually lift the mesh from the scenery and go put it next to the scenery in the same folder, because the designer of that scenery obviously had, you know, or he created a list, an order in which the scenery needs to be loaded, and that should be natural. You know, so that's one little quirk I picked up, which I fix manually. I'll have to make one, Chris. I don't have a specific tutorial on it, eh? Hello, Assad. Assad, I've done that many times already. The best would be to go look at the existing tutorials. There is a flight planning section, a tutorial with flight planning discussions and things here in my YouTube channel, so go watch those videos. If you still have questions, come back and then I'll help you with your particular problem, but I've tried to cover it many times in different specific discussions already. Go for it, Christer, go for it. Just, you know, once you get past 10,000, open the nitros, you know, just come.
I need to make some stuff. We are reaching almost cruise flight, sir. I am not in front of computer for a while. In case of any ATC calling, I will be here immediately for your information.
Okay.
I believe that as a company traffic, you can inform any ATC that I am not available. I am not in front of computer.
Just remember the rule says 15 minutes, so don't be longer than 15 minutes, Akan, because they can't kick you off.
Okay, sir. After ATC, 15 minutes we have time.
Yeah, okay. Alright.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
See you later on.
Okay, bye. You're welcome, Assad. Go have a look. Let me know if you still struggle. Then, gear down and locked. I made my own OFP. I took the Lido format and I created my own OFP format. So if you go into my OneDrive, the link is in the description below the video. Go grab it. Go look for it. I actually made provision for my Topcat in there as well, so I get everything from the same OFP. I did change the Lido format a little bit to better suit my needs, obviously, so it's a custom one. I don't like using the Ryanair version because it doesn't give me, or specifically for training purposes, doesn't give us all the necessary information to train people that don't, you know, have the experience to use the Ryanair one. Ryanair one, I was talking to a real Ryanair pilot the other day, it's mind-blowing how these guys actually use their OFPs. It's not like we're using it. They've got a different way of doing it. And for me to sit here and train somebody specifically just on that OFP is kind of useless, because nobody really uses it unless you really want to. And I reckon if somebody really wants to, they'll go find out, you know. So. Okay, Captain Freeman, wonderful. Well, okay, I'm going to put my hello Stray, welcome to the channel. I'm going to put my OFP or my what do you call it, PFPX on screen here while the aircraft is flying and doing its thing. We've got about an hour to kill, so let's look at that for you specifically. Gear down and locked, and there was another person asking about it, Mike I think it was, about the PFPX. So while we've got time, let's dig into this display capture. Right, so there is my PFPX. The first thing that you guys need to do, if you're going to use this with a Zibo, is you obviously need the Zibo install guide, okay, that I wrote. If you don't have it, tell me, I'll give you a link, but it's in the description as well. Anyway, it's in the OneDrive, so just go to the Zibo folder, get the actual document. Let me actually put that on screen as well. Zibo install guide. So here's your install guide. Now this is the proper way to start, really, is to go and find the actual data, because there it starts. Alright, so I've got two pages. The first one is in kilograms and the next one is in pounds. Alright, if you scroll a little bit down, it shows you how your actual Zibo needs to be set up. This is very important. If you don't do this page right, or this one, this is inside PFPX now again, you're going to get wonky, very skewed calculations. Then inside of PFPX, this is my actual template for the aircraft. Now this ties back to the official information, right? So if you set up your aircraft exactly like this, it's going to give you the same and proper performance. And then also this is now for TopCat. Alright, so if you go to my OneDrive, I'm not sure I linked it in the guide, but it's in the description below this video. Okay, you go and get this guide, that's where it starts. So now you set up your PFPX to have the same aircraft. We go to the aircraft database, it's that one over there. Alright, so you go and set up everything. Alright, once that is set up, you can obviously now go to your where's that thing? Let me just grab it for you as well. So this is what that OneDrive looks like on my side. So if we go to weights and performance, there you've got a whole bunch of information there as well. And then you go to PFPX config under the 738. You're going to have the performance data as I've shown you, and there's the TopCat one as well, with a little bit more information. And then just need to see, there we go. Under your flight plan template, let's open that one. Okay, you get the zip file. This is the contents of the zip file, and there's the instructions. Please follow the instructions, right? Because you're going to have to input my design, so to speak, into PFPX. So when you go and you create your flight, just taking a quick guess there, we go find the correct Zibo, we then save. Okay, so when you go and you now add all your information, you will see it gives you, there's a drop down list to choose my OFP, alright, the one that I created, and that will then incorporate TopCat and everything for you. So let's just go 160, We don't want anything else. We're going to run 15 extra. Chris, this might be where you're missing the point. Okay, if you do not put the correct extra time and hold times in there, or any value for them, the OFP will not display that value. So just bear that in mind as well. I'm just thinking out loud now. So I'm just going to find the route quickly. I'm not worried how true it is or not. Let's just go find EDDB. I think that's not the right one.
You moved your install guide.
No, I did not.
Damn it, why could I do?
My install guide, if you go into the Zibo folder, so you're going into the OneDrive, go to Explain 11, then the Zibo folder, and there it is. Okay, so it's definitely there, Uncle John. That's the one I wanted, Liverpool. Alright, so I just want to quickly find that. Okay, so now I've put the raw data into PFPX, and I say to it to compute the flight. Now what happens is, here at the top, you see the OFP. I've got the normal EDS, the Lido, the PFPX one, and there's the schematics. Now taken from that zip file, you will find the schematics one. See, there it is. So if you follow the instructions that's there, you use that format, your Lido now turns a little bit differently. It includes top of climb wind instead of just the average top of climb wind, for instance. And you'll see the layout slightly different, but here you're going to get alternate, final reserves, the whole, the contingency fuel. Everything is now added much more in detail than what SimBrief does, and there's your reserve fuels also. It also calculates that for you. Now if we go and we add TopCat, if you have it and it's integrated in your PFPX, it's easy to do your calculations for takeoff performance, right? So we just hit the calculate there. Now we're going to do the landing performance. Flaps 30, calculate. I'm obviously not paying attention to temperatures and stuff like that. This is just a demo, right? So over here now, I've included my performance data. So there you have TopCat already in my format. So it tells you flaps 5, derated to 2, 36 degrees on the SEL temperature. And that should then, this should calculate exactly within 1 knot to the actual Zibo. If not exactly, it will be within 1 knot. Tolerance, as far as I know, for any calculation, an official calculation is 3 knots max that it should be out. Otherwise, it's invalid. 2 or 3 knots. So this is highly accurate. And then the same goes here for the landing data. It gives you the flaps 30, whatever else, all your other settings plus your engine out procedures. And this is something I created, which I'm sharing with you guys. You know, so you guys must just go find it quickly in the OneDrive. Yep, gear down and lock. Thank you, pleasure. Follow the instructions. You know, it is given to you. You know, so if you use all of this, you know, go and enjoy it. It works very well. When I first created this, and I mean, I don't want to neglect saying he's still a great part of it, but Twixter basically gave me the initial information to set it up, and I've been running this for 2 years already on the actual Zibo figures, you know, so I know it's highly accurate, very accurate. This is also why I said earlier that, oh, hang on, I'm being contacted by an ATC. Where is this guy? That's what the ping is about. Please contact 11840. Sorry guys. Can someone please tell Hakan?
I will.
118.
I'm back.
Hakan, 11840.
Which runway would answer to you from Papa, correct?
Center, good morning. This is Ryan Air 50 Bravo November, flight level 350. We have just passed intersection GOSOT.
Hello, Ryan Air 508. Bravo November, Sweden Control, identify, maintain flight level 350.
Well, maintain 350, Ryan Air 50 Bravo November.
Saturn, good day. This is Ryan Air 50 Bravo Tango. Direct GOSOT intersection and flight level 370 with you.
Hello, Ryan Air 50 Bravo Tango, Sweden, squawk 5004.
Squawk 5004, Ryan Air 50 Bravo Tango.
General 2510, turn right heading 280, clear ILS approach, runway 33. 280, clear ILS approach 33 to 510.
I don't want to be funny, but I don't have him on the map.
177, flight direct Osnak, 4 Osnak, 2 Sierra arrival for runway 21. Direct Osnak, 2 Sierra, runway 2, Category 8, 177. Lever 776 Foxtrot, fly direct Lima, November, Alpha, NDB, expect data vectors, ILS 01 and left.
This guy here at the top, this is the guy, but we're not in his airspace according to this drawing, so this is interesting. Okay, we won't worry too much about that. Anyway, guys, if you have any questions about this, we got really interrupted there. But this is where it started for me, and I always will use the PFPX as a backup. Now with Sim Toolkit Pro, you can actually now go. Let me just do that for you. Let me show you.
89, descend flight level 290.
If you click save over there and you follow the save function, you can actually import your OFP from PFPX into Sim Toolkit, and you don't have to use the SimBrief integration as well. So that's also possible, guys.
Say again, Ryanair 50 Bravo Tango, sir.
Ryanair 50 Bravo Tango identified. Maintain. Flight level 370.
Runner identified, copied, maintaining flight level 370. Thank you very much. Ryanair 50 Bravo Tango.
Skyline 2510, full established 33. And the 2510, confirm this is full stop. Affirm 2510. And the 2510, still no weather for Sälen, but runway 33, clear to land. Clear to land 2510. 776 Foxtrot, confirm direct Lima November Alpha, it will be radar vector ILS 01 left. Direct Lima November Alpha, expect ILS 01 left, expect 7760. Runway 89, cleared Kastrup Aeronaut 1 Alpha arrival, runway 04 right, descend flight level 100.
But Christer, we're passing it, we're not in it. That is the issue. Unless the map is drawn incorrectly, we are not in his airspace actually. I mean, he's 600 nautical miles from us. That's why I'm querying it. It's not that I'm funny. I'm just wondering actually, not really even worried, just wondering.
Sweden Control, Qatari 051, good morning. 051, good morning, go ahead.
Qatari 051, stand 20 at Göteborg, requesting IFR clearance to Munich.
Qatari 051, Sweden Control, start up approved. Runway 21 in use, wind 030 degrees 6 knots variable, 350, 2060, temperature 6, QNH 1022, clear Munich, platoon Juliet, 3457.
And now we do want to use clear to Munich by the Topla 3 Juliet departure and squawk 3457, Qatari 051.
Qatari 051, confirm Topla 2 Juliet.
Dopplat to Juliet, Qatari 051.
Qatari 051, correct.
Do you see the separation, sir? How beautiful it is.
Looks nice, Hakan.
There is nothing to do for ATC.
Yeah.
Thank you. No need to report at this junction to something.
Guys, one of the users just notified me that my training checklist has vanished out of my hangar. I have no idea how that happened. Probably finger trouble, whatever. So I'm just going to quickly re-download it and put it into position. What do you mean, how do you get it to work with Zibo? Once you export it in Explain 11 format, you can import it immediately. Just make sure you export to the correct folder. Needs to go to a specific one I'll show you just now.
Output FMS plans.
That's yeah, I just wanted to show it to you. So in Explain 11 you've got the output folder, then you need a FMS plans folder, and there you go. Once you export in Explain 11 format, you can import directly into your Zibo FMC.
Ryanair 50 Bravo November, report back number. Ryanair 50 Bravo November, report back number.
Please repeat for Bravo November, sir.
Ryanair 50 Bravo November, report MAC number.
Mach 0770.
Ryanair 50 Bravo Tango, report MAC number. MAC number is 0.773. Ryanair 50 Bravo Tango for sequencing, reduce speed Mach 75. Reducing 75.
But if you're on 73,
Ryanair 50 Bravo November, maintain Mach 77 or greater.
we'll maintain 0.77 or greater for sequencing Ryanair 50 Bravo November. You're already on 73, so how can you reduce to 75?
773, sir.
Okay, 773, alright.
I said nothing to do for ATC, but unfortunately he realized something.
Yeah, no worries.
Qatari 051, push and start approved.
Push and start approved, Qatari 051.
Okay, guys, I've put a new install guide in there, brand new download. So it's the same one from 3 April. Now I need to update the training checklist from the org as well. Silly. I don't know where these things go to.
Scandi 2510 runway vacated. Scandi 2510, welcome silent taxi aircraft. This is the air from 2510. 510 on box, shuttle 19, thank you for ITC, see you soon. Thanks for flying, see you.
Right, I've updated my page on the org as well, so all the links are now working. I've just tested everyone.
Sweet control, good morning sir, KLM 1182, we're on the ground, link code in, requesting clearance please to Amsterdam. Morning KLM 1182, Sweden control, start of approved, runway 29 in use at Linköping, wind 340 degrees, final knots, variable 310, 2010. Temperature 7, QNH 1021, cleared Amsterdam, flight plan route, flight level 90, score 4733. KLM 1182, start approved, runway 29, QNH 1021, we have initial climb 9000 and 4733 system. KLM 1182, confirm flight level 90. Flight level 90, that's copy packing. KLM 1182, correct.
Nico?
Yes, Hawk.
Repeat for Riga. Are you ready?
Give me a second. No, I'm not. Hold on.
Sweden control Lufthansa 2 uniform Papa, request taxi. Lufthansa 2 uniform Papa, are you facing north? Yeah, you are facing north, confirm.
Okay, Hakan.
Active runway is 36 for landing.
Lufthansa
Yeah.
2 uniform Papa, taxi.
Presumably, we are going to leave this runway 36 via Delta taxiway and immediately go to apron 3.
177 request to say.
Makes sense. Okay, we can do that.
Qatari 177, descend flight level 290.
Parking stand is here 321, 322, 323, 324.
Alright.
Set 2 uniform Delta, taxi on report runway 26 for Alpha.
Hello, Uncle John, radio check. Nico, 15 minutes rule for Uncle John. He's
Yeah.
not responding.
Yeah, he's gone to coffee.
Qatari 177, descend flight level 230. Descend flight level 230 through extra 17. Seabird 776 Foxtrot, when ready, descend flight level 290. When ready, then flight level 290, speed 070.
Sweden control Qatari 051, requesting taxi.
Qatari 051, taxi holding point runway 21 via make it Hotel Zulu.
21 via Hotel Zulu, Qatari 051.
Lufthansa 2 uniform
Papa, wind 030 knots, runway 21 clear for takeoff. Runway 21 clear for takeoff, to uniform Papa. KLM 1192 is ready for push. KLM 1182 push approved. Push approved, thanks a lot, 1182. Ryanair 50 Bravo November, monitoring Unicom 122.8.
Unicom 122.8, thank you sir, good day.
Because there is no ETC, I am so happy right now.
Yeah.
Uncle John radio check.
No, he's not here. How can I told you when to make coffee?
When he come to here, I am going to tell him what's him. I mean, ATC called you. You didn't respond 15 minutes and you are fired from
Okay.
WhatsApp.
Tell him.
I will tell him.
Right. Guys, just for the record, this is the profile that I am going to, well, I'm showing you that I am actually using. I don't see any other discrepancies apart from the cruise fuel bias that's in the install guide. I'll just update that, but this is the one, so just take a screenshot. Okay, use this one. Well, the empty weight is supposed to be 43,111. What do you have, Chris? It's supposed to be 43,111. Okay. See, there is a discrepancy. Okay, let me update that for you guys then. Sorry guys, we shall update that quickly. Just also get my install guide, because that will be the other definitive thing we need to just make sure it corresponds, because whatever's in the install guide is supposed to be correct. So let's just run through it and then make sure we've got absolutely everything working. Right, so I've got it actually wrong in the freaking PFPX. Why would I have it wrong? Because according to what it should be, the zip file is correct. So in this one, this is where the error has crept in. This needs to be 43 empty weight, basic empty weight. No, it's right, it's correct, it's correct. Before we jump to conclusions, there it is, it's 43111. The basic empty weight is a different thing. That is how you get it from the factory, and so 43111 is how it is manufactured. Sorry, that's how you get it from the factory, but that is how it's manufactured. 41413 is the manufacturer's once it gets off the line, okay, but that includes all your your local airline stuff. There's a difference description there, you can go read that. So that is still fine. Chris, you're making me sweat here, because I thought it was right and it is right, so I need to double check everything just because you think you picked up a discrepancy, you know. put them next to each other. So we have 43,111, that is correct. 62,731, that is correct. 79,015, that is correct. 79,242, that is correct. 66,360, that is correct. 36,651, that is correct. 160 seater, that's correct. Cargo capacity, fuel capacity, that is also correct. So apart from this little field over there, in the install guide I have a bias, and I need to explain that. We were doing testing, and that's where that comes from. So I need to go and make sure that we do not share that actually. I need to take a new screenshot of this one and change that, because this is the latest one. This is definitely the right one. Right, I'll update that after the flight then. But this is definitely correct. As you can see, the two corresponds. This is absolutely correct. So forget anything else that you see or think you know. What I've just shown you, these are the correct ones. Make sure you have it as I've just shown you. Yeah, the picture in the install guide needs to have a bit of a change. I'll change that. Right, I'll attend to that just now. I just want to grab this install guide and just change the one picture. Zibo install guide. Alright, I've just updated that install guide. I just need to populate it in on all the servers now, so I've made double sure everything is exactly what it should be. It's just that BIOS. The other figures are the same. It's perfect. It's just that fuel usage BIOS and the cruise that I had to remove, because that's the only thing I can see that's different. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. Right, guys. So just to conclude that whole story, I'm going to miss my top of descent and all the descent planning. So apologies for that. But basically, if you go back to this flight plan template that I was showing you guys earlier, I did check it. This is correct. You can use it. I just unzipped it, rezipped it. And there you go. You can use the previous one or the new one. It's the same one, so data doesn't differ. So we can actually do this quickly. Right, so let's go to the progress page. We just passed that one, 4.3. This one's going to be right. 6, 7. Well, thank you, Chris. Amazing of you to do that. Thank you so much. 49. Alright, so we are set. Let's quickly set up the rest of the stuff. Get unlocked, thank you so much. Right then. Okay, that is done. So on the chart we're going to descend 2500 for the intercept there, and we're going to use, this is a Class D aircraft today, very much in that weight band, so 140 will be our decision altitude. So it's going to
Good morning, everyone.
Hello. How are you doing?
Morning.
This is still one of those old charts, 3,200 meters. Alright, we can do and we save that. QNH was 1016. It says we've got thunder showers. I can't.
Yep.
Right, so gear down and lock. Thank you so much. I said quickly thank you, but I really mean it. Thank you very, very much. And Chris, thank you for your contributions. Much appreciated. It means the world to me, and I can just hope that my efforts really, bring some value to you guys. Thank you, Christer. Thank you, get unlocked. Thank you.
Uncle John, radio check, Ryanair 50 Bravo Tango. Uncle John gone.
And Nico, thank you for that fire last night. Instant cure.
You'll have to refresh my memory. I'm busy talking to 3 guys simultaneously. My concentration isn't with it. Oh, you mean the Camille de Bell story? Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, it came to my memory just now. You're welcome. You're welcome. Took me 2 years to figure that problem out, but like I said, I'm glad I could help you.
So it's amazing. Thank you. Very grateful.
It's a pleasure.
Nico?
Yeah?
I took 140 points as the first time in Ryanair. What does that mean?
It just means that you made 140 points. They give you 100 points to start with, so something went wrong there, Hakan. If you only have 140, it obviously, says something went wrong. You either landed too hard or too soft or something, or you were not flying long enough, because you need to really fly longer than an hour, otherwise you don't get a lot of points either. So we'll have to analyze it.
I see. Is it a good point, you mean?
It's alright, it's a fair point, but the closer you get to 200 or above 200 it's better, but 140 is fair. I'm not going to get all my points today, because also remember, you need to be on the ground for 20 minutes. They need to see you on their client for 20 minutes before you push. Otherwise, they also don't give you the 20 points that you should get extra. You understand? So if we go analyze it, we'll probably see that Hakan was too much in a hurry. He didn't wait 20 minutes like I did today,
Okay, sir.
Okay, Christer.
It has to be between 20 and 40, doesn't it?
Yeah, between 20 and 40 minutes. If you stay longer on the ground than 40 minutes, they penalize you as well. So you have to just start to learn the rules.
Uncle John.
Yes, sir.
Witnessed an event last night. I shall let Mr. Mack tell you about it. But suffice to say, he got that Vulcan in the air.
Oh, yeah. Did he record it, you know?
I don't think so, because I don't think it was intentional.
Okay. Got it into the air, did he get it back?
It was in the air, he circuited and landed, no damage.
Ah, cool.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Morning.
My volume still low.
No, it's okay. You can boost it a little bit, to be honest, but at least we can hear you.
Okay.
John, I have
Yes, sir.
some bad news, sir.
Okay.
Sweden control called you 15 minutes, you didn't respond. I said him he was not able to respond to you because he was making coffee, I said, but he didn't accept anything, any reason, and said that Uncle John rejected, I mean fired from WhatsApp, he said.
You crack me up, you do.
Beg your pardon.
Even I said that he could make some coffee for you, but he didn't accept. He's a little bit ambitious guy.
Oh, great stuff, Hakan. Great stuff.
What are we going to do with him?
We're just gonna love him. Terminator.
Yeah.
Alright. Sorry, I didn't realize you were in the room already while I was still typing. Let me just land the sucker, and then you and I can have a bit of a chat here with the guys, and we can get you going, because it's important to go watch some of my tutorials, especially the one that me and Zibo and Jan and Jorge did together as a team, you know. So
Yeah.
it's going to give you the basics, and then obviously we have to fill in the blanks. There are a couple of nice tutorials that I've done over time. You know, some have been archived already, but that should get you up to speed very quickly.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, there's so much to find in the internet, but I just found you yesterday.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you did, and thank you for joining us on Discord as well.
Yeah, it's nice. New experience for me.
Good. Always a good one.
Always a great family, yeah.
Hey, but you were on YouTube, and you told me you were on YouTube. Where?
No, yesterday I was on Twitch. You found me on Twitch.
Yeah, I found you on Twitch, but you are on YouTube now,
today. Yeah, what I do normally, under normal circumstances, is I stream over the weekends on YouTube. Unless Zibo wants me to do something specific, you know, if there's a new release he wants me to introduce or something. The better and longer, what's the right way of saying it? The better tutorials or the better streams go on YouTube. That's my pride and joy. The stuff we do on Twitch is of a passing nature. Those videos get deleted after 14 days by default. Twitch doesn't keep videos, you know. So on Twitch we are more relaxed than we are on YouTube. On YouTube, if I don't like the video, I delete it, because I only want the best on YouTube. Alright, and this is where I do my tutorials and things. I think there are more people in my life on you know, I've got more than 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, so this is really, I want to put my best foot forward on YouTube. But on Twitch we just take it as it comes. We're just ourselves, you know, just relax and enjoy it. And even if
that's our fun time.
Yeah, that's our fun time, you know, and the guys join us there for that reason.
Nico?
Yeah, okay.
An announcement I want to do.
Just remember, this is a family channel, please.
Of course. Since number of people increase in Discord, YouTube, and I don't know, maybe in the Facebook, I would like to announce that tonight, if everything is okay, I and Nico will fly in the United States of America as Southwest Virtual.
Yes.
We would like to see you. If you want to join us, we are going to appreciate. Thank you very much, Nico. This was the announcements, and
thank you so much. Okay, guys, so yes, I wholeheartedly support Hakan with that. If you guys want to join us, please feel free. We'll be flying from Baltimore KBWI up to Providence in Rhode Island. Kilo Papa Victor Delta, I think was the ICAO there. So you guys are more than welcome. We'll probably start around about 1700 Zulu, maybe a little bit earlier. Alright, so anyway, I would say anywhere from 1600 Zulu. Keep your eyes open. So be ready from then on. Then we'll I'll also stream it again as usual right here where we are now on YouTube. But if we can generate 10 or 20 guys from, you know, you guys here on Discord or on stream on YouTube, please feel free to join us. You don't have to talk to us, so if you are shy, don't worry, just arrive, just do your thing. We'll wave, you know, through the window as we pass you by. You know, so please try that.
I'll overtake him, please.
Stupid question. Are you flying together or what?
Yeah, well, we're going to do VATSIM. So he's in his aircraft, just like with what we're doing now. He's flying behind me. Steiner is flying with us as well, but he's not on VATSIM. So he's you know, not visible to us, but he is flying the same route as us, and he's just behind Hakan. You know, so we've got different ways of doing it. The big aim is we want to just extend the family a bit, and we want to give family time to the Zibo pilots, basically. That's the whole purpose of it. Let's get together and have some fun.
Yeah, VATSIM, it's one street too far for me, because online flying, I don't even fly normal, so online flying is a street too far for me, but I know VATSIM is online flying.
Sure, but this is why I'm stressing the point. You don't have to fly on VATSIM. What Christer has just said there, Christer is also flying behind us, alright? Danger Ranger, that's Steiner, he's here. They are not on VATSIM, but they are flying the flight with us. So they are obviously communicating with us. You are on Discord, Steiner, he's here with us. So we can chat with each other, we can build the spirit, you know, of the family a little bit. Christer is on YouTube talking to us. Big story behind that. We can talk about that later. The fact of the matter is just, you know, the opportunity is there to come and share it with each other. Now, like I said, you don't have to talk, you don't have to fly online. Just come spend time with us. If you just want to watch the video on YouTube while you're doing your own flight, fair enough. It's up to you.
And you're also visible on SDB.
Sorry to say again, Uncle John, you broke up.
Apologies. Just bear in mind that we can see you anyway if you, providing you're using SDKP.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you could show the people what it looks like in STKP. So online without online.
Show them now, Nico.
Yeah, I will. Gentlemen, I want to quickly also drop a link for you guys. In terms of the question that was just asked, do we have our own VA? No, we don't. We use different VAs. We use Southwest in America, and we use Ryanair in Europe, you know, and then that's on us. It's just our own selves. But what we do have, and the link is obviously available in the description below this video, but this is the Facebook group called the Zibo Pilots that I started with the intention of making it the official Zibo Facebook group. Things happened and it never became the official group, but most of the Zibo team guys are in there anyway. So come join us there. Please answer the security questions or I will not let you in. There's just no ways, so don't think I'm funny when I do not accept your application, because it doesn't take much to say yes, you know. If you don't want to play ball with us, we're not going to allow you in. But please come join us there, and that is usually where most announcements are made, and if not, please join us on Discord. The Discord link also is below the video. You can find all the links. It's just below the video in the description. Come join us on Discord. You don't need a headset. You don't have to speak in voice with us. You can speak in text with us if you want to. It's not a live chat, so we cannot chat live with you. But the text rooms are there, so you can leave your message and somebody can at some point in time answer you. You understand? So we've got all these facilities available to you guys to join us and, you know, learn together and grow together. Please make use of it. Don't be shy.
There's been a big call, Nico, for Dynamatics Virtual. Are we never ever going to get there?
Uncle John, I don't have time. I don't have time to do it. The amount, the effort and the money required to set up a VA and do it properly, it's kind of not worth it for me at this point in time, to be quite honest.
Okay.
Maybe one day.
But it's just I've seen so many people call for it, and I wondered if there was any thought had been put to it.
No, sir. The thought was put to it, but it will not happen at this point in time because money versus cost versus benefit. That's what it's about. Cost in terms of money and time. It's just not worth it for me right now.
Were you not saying that there's going to be somewhere in the pipeline a facility on Sim Toolkit Pro to do group flights there?
Yes. Yeah, very definitely. So that will change the dynamic of the whole thing as well, because a lot of guys don't want to fly online because of the, you know, they're scared or they don't feel comfortable with ATC. Alright, and this is where Sim Toolkit Pro, Dan has promised us our own little private network within STKP, and then we can see each other and we can have all the fun we have on WhatsApp, and we don't have to worry about speaking to an air traffic controller that might or might not, you know, be nice to us.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Because 15 minutes rule make me crazy, sir.
Sorry? Say again?
15 minutes rule make me crazy.
The 15-minute rule. Just deal with it. Right, Captain Freeman, let me quickly see there. I'll take it under advisement. We can talk about it. Remember, most of the guys here are not South African, so it's kind of, you know, something that they might not find value in. Maybe not. Steve, yes, I will. In Discord, I created a group flight channel, as far as I know, the group flight announcement thing. Yeah, group flight info. It's called group flight info. So we will be making the new announcements from now on there as well, so that you guys can pick up on it. Please go to the group flight info on Discord to read up, please. I'm talking so much, I'm not even doing my flights properly now. We've got nice turbulence here. 20 knot wind coming there from 10 o'clock, guys. And there's Hakan behind me already. Hakan, slow down.
No, too late. I am so fast.
Alright, well, I don't have crash detection on. I'll roll out on the runway, so just land behind me, it should be fine. Steve Mitchell, awesome. That's a good idea. Yes, just to answer your final note there. If you'd like to join us, just keep your eyes on the group flight info in the Zibo Pilots group on Discord. So keep an eye on it. Will Smith, Ryanair is a virtual airline, and Terminator, a VA, stands for virtual airline. So if you guys give me a chance to land, I will introduce you to Southwest as well as Ryanair, and I'll explain to you what it does, what the purpose is, and how much fun you can have with them. Currently I am flying for Ryanair, so the requirement is you have to fly in their livery. You know, you can't just fly in any livery. I'm glad I did that because I forgot my speed brakes is out. Man, I'm talking
Sterile for landing.
Get done and locked. I'll allow you inside in a minute. Just give me a chance to land. Then I'll allow anybody and everybody who wanted to join in. Why sorry? No, Erwin, you should never say sorry. A question's a question, it needs answering. Remember, I've been at this job now since freaking 1986. I've been flying flight simulators. You know, it's just compounded over all the years. there's no such thing as a dumb question. It's only a dumb person that doesn't ask a question. So always remember that. You know, jump in, ask your question. You need to learn from somebody that's gone down the road. There's no point in suffering alone. You know, don't reinvent the wheel. It's easier to ask the question. Thank you, Captain Freeman.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What day is it today?
Saturday.
It's supposed to be Saturday.
1,000 feet stabilized, Mr. Burchell.
Why?
I just thought my favourite president's no with a stupid question.
I love you for that. You know that. You're wonderful. Thanks, McDrive.
Good morning, Professor.
Good morning, Mr. Mac.
Good morning, you.
Approaching. Yes, it's the 2nd of Volcamber, isn't it?
Something like that, Paul.
400.
It's gonna have to do. It's pulling it in then.
No, let's enjoy this. We'll talk about that another time.
This wind, still 10 knots. Need to watch it down. I'm short finals.
Let's please stop this, sir.
Hello, Abhishek.
You haven't been cleared to land yet.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
It was a bit of a hard landing because I pulled the throttle too early. Abhishek, your fault.
That's my fault.
No, it's Abhishek's fault. He made a joke there. He said brace, brace.
80 knots.
That was a crap landing. Sorry guys, I do apologize.
I take it, no problem.
Feet remaining.
Right, Tarkan, come. I'm gonna leave the runway just now.
I'm streaming on Discord as well, sir.
Okay. Guys, if you don't believe I can land better, just go look some of my other videos. This was a horrible landing. I do apologize.
Clear to land, Arkan.
Yeah, come. I'm off the runway.
Thank you, sir. Wind is copied, clear to land, runway 36. Thank you very much. Ryanair 50 Bravo Tango.
Man, I spoke so much, I didn't even do the lights.
You wait for ages for Ryanair to turn up, then all of a sudden 2 arrive in 2 minutes.
Good one. Good one. Okay.
Yeah, sorry Nico, we kept you talking quite a bit there.
Yeah, no, my concentration was shot, man.
That's all our fault.
No, it was Abhishek. He did accept responsibility. It was his fault. India Aviation. He made me do it. He was talking brace, brace. I was sitting here giggling and not concentrating, and then I freaking did the hard landing. What was the landing rate? Can anybody remember?
Negative. I've got my pad.
402.
402. You serious? That hard? Oh my soul. Oh, that's terrible. High flyer. Thanks, high flyer. Well, yeah, we need to practice more than you and I need to get together and we need to practice a little bit more. Ah, that's terrible, Martin. That's shameful. I feel terrible. I pulled the power back too soon, guys. That was the mistake. I pulled it and I thought to myself, what am I doing? And it was kind of too late. And whatever. Anyway, I can still log it for the VA. That's all that matters right now.
Nice landing, Arkan.
I'm here by the stand already.
No, sir, it is not good.
No, did you bounce?
A little bit. We will see at the end of the video.
No, I'm still watching you. You can replay that and we can have a look at that bounce.
422 FPM.
Just as bad as me. Actually, just a little bit worse than me.
Does that make you feel better, Nico?
Yeah, it kind of does.
I think today's standard for this airport is 420, sir.
Yes. Looks
That
like
was
it.
not our fault. It's a European standard.
Okay. ISO 1003. Christer, yeah, go for 186, my friend. You do that. You do that. All right. So that takes care of that. Let me just log it for the VA and get it out of my life. Oh, the shame. The terrible shame. Awesome. Go for it, Christer.
That's an awesome clear picture today, though, Nico.
Very nice. Very, very nice. Lovely little airport. I can't remember who made it, but very lovely little airport. And Steiner?
Yeah.
You were saying?
I didn't want to say anything.
Ah.
I want to pull up my task manager because STKP was, I don't know what happened. It triggered off some kind of Windows Defender.
Oh. It sometimes does. Anyway, gents, this is what Uncle John was referring to. Over here you can see me, that's me over there, that is Hakan over there. So if you have STKP and you do your flights on STKP, we can actually see each other. Now the next step of this technology, there Hakan's just gone to the stand. If you combine this technology with the next step, what Dan has said is he wants to create a little multiplayer system. And this is what we were also discussing earlier, so that we can actually see each other and follow each other without going on WhatsApp or Iveo and having to worry about the ATC. You know, so as long as you guys log yourself, who's that? That is Christer. There you go, Christer. There you are, my friend. We can see you now. So that's obviously on WhatsApp. And then we can track each other without the fear of ATC. So that I hope comes soon. Oh, this was a terrible ending. I'm gonna sweat until tonight so I can redeem myself again.
Just a comment on that one, Nico. If you look at SGKP Pro,
yeah,
that high-speed taxi rate
yeah, it wasn't in. It was the picture, but there wasn't the actual taxi rate. I'm sorry, this tweet is happening, guys. That's just the sound from the gate pulling away. Chris, I've done it 3, 4, 5 times already. You can rewind the video or you can just download that zip. Everything is in there. There's no point in showing it again. And then as far as the remarks and the EDTO, you can put anything in there. I have refrained from sharing the real world information because it's an internal thing that I got from one of the team pilots. So I don't share that kind of stuff. What I've got in there, I got from the net, and it was literally just, you know, thumb suck for the rest. So it's up to you what you want to put in there. Oh, this is horrific listening to this wheel all the time. Sorry.
I thought you were trying to take off again there, I reckon.
Yeah, this is interesting. Just main gear bouncing.
Look like a bucking bronco.
Front gear, sorry.
Bucking bronco.
Yeah, but finally we did very good job. Everyone is in safe right now.
Well, that's what you get paid for.
I don't care. That is passengers' problem, sir.
You're nasty. Let's see if it looks better from the outside. Because this is an old flight simmers trick. You know, you don't show the guys how hard you land. You show them the outside, then nobody can see how hard it really was when you hit the deck.
I think the ones that arrived on Harkin, passengers who arrived on Harkin's plane, probably felt seasick just as they got to the terminal.
Shame. Wow. Now, Hakan, we need to do better tonight. We need to redeem ourselves. This was horrible this morning.
I think this was good. As I said, this is European standard, sir.
Okay, all right.
Ryanair.
I love your way of thinking. Oh, that was a bounce as well. I didn't even realize I bounced a little bit. Whoa, okay.
Maybe the tarmac's got rubber in it.
How many points did you receive from Ryanair, sir?
I don't know. Let's have a look.
Let's look.
Right, so while that's playing in the background, let me show you this. Alright, so I said I would show you guys this virtual airline thing, so I hope the guys who were interested are still here. Basically, these are some of the virtual airlines that I fly with. So we've got Ryanair, Lauda. Lauda and EasyJet are basically Airbus VAs. Ryanair is exclusively Boeing 737-800s. Then British Airways is a mixture of different kinds of Boeings and Airbus. So if you log into your Ryanair control panel, Krister, thank you. Yeah, look, and for anybody who wants to learn a lesson, don't close your throttle too soon. I was too high and I pulled the power back, so I turned myself into a brick. That is unfortunately what happened there, so that's the lesson to learn. So if we look at the control panel, we can now go and view the PyRep, and then I'll show you how to create a flight as well. Oh yeah, hard landing, -10. Well, my total points was 230, Hakan.
100, yes, same, 130 plus 100 bonus.
Yes, yeah. Now, if we stayed for longer than 20 minutes before we pushed and went our way, we would have received extra 20 points. So that 150 would have been, the 130 would have been 150. Do you get that? Do you understand that?
I see.
You need to be active on the client. Where is that client? Is it still around? You know, I closed it. Right, you need to start the client 20 minutes before push and no longer than 40 minutes before push. So between 20 and 40 minutes, you have to be on the ground. They need to see that you're doing your preparation and everything. All right. Good. So then let's go back to the flight center and book a flight to show you guys how it works. So depending on which airport you are at, and you can see where you are by looking at the little man there, that little head and shoulders over there. That's where we are. So from this airport, these are the possible destinations, and you can now cycle through them to get some information. It tells you it's a 3-hour, 30-minute flight, for instance, your distance, whatever. You know, and you can cycle through until you get one that you think, yeah, let's take this. So Berlin, Schönefeld, this is where we came from. That is just the return flight. Or we can then go to the red ones. Okay, the red ones. Oh, sorry, guys. Let that thing just finish, or let me get rid of it quickly. It will finish just now. There we go. Right, so when you go to the red ones, you usually get bonus points. They are usually in the system as a focus airport, so you get extra points for them, or they're part of a tour or something, you know. So yeah, this is Ryanair VA Abhishek, and then you obviously just you select book. It will then book the flight for you. It's going to ask you a couple of questions. You can select a specific aircraft. I just say any. You can give it a time, you know, whatever the time would be. You can select whether it's online, offline, kind of a thing, whether you're doing cockpit sharing, yes or no. If you're on Twitch, you can put your Twitch name in there. It gives you your route. Once you're happy with it, all you do is you just dispatch it. I do it without SimBrief because I obviously make use of either PFPX or SimToolkit Pro, which is going to, at the end of the day, the last one's going to talk to SimBrief anyway. So there you have it. Now, from here on, you get your ICAO call sign that is necessary for the pilots, and you get your IATA ticket number that's required for the actual passengers. Okay, so that number is valid up to the booking desk, and this is everything behind the scenes aviation related. Then they give you a suggested altitude. They obviously give you your aircraft. Your cost index is given to you. Alternate, if there is, they will give you. You get your cargo load. You get your passenger load. The estimated departure and stuff is absolutely irrelevant. Don't stare yourself blind into it. If you want to simulate to that level, you can obviously make it match to when you really fly. All right, and over here you've got the weather. So you've got the actual meter, and you can refresh that. So there's the arrival as well. So you've got departure and arrival weather information given to you, and then you've got your ground information. So it tells you, not always, but in this case, it does actually tell you the actual stands that are in use. So if you want, again, to simulate to that level, you can actually use the same stands. Will Smith, no, you don't have to be on VATSIM. I don't always fly on VATSIM, and I don't always stream either. This is 100% up to you. You don't get extra points for flying online. It's just a point of reference. All right. The nice thing then next is obviously they give you your route. Okay, now 99.9% of the time this route is valid, but you do get the odd one that isn't valid, and then you just notify the crew, you know, so they can go investigate and fix it. And
Nico,
yeah,
when you plan another Ryanair flight, could you please drop a message?
yeah, I'll do.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so in short, this is the Ryanair virtual one. I just want to show you the flight map. These are the current Ryanair pilots connected to this VA using their client that are currently flying. So you can go and click on one of them, and you can go see, you know, where the guys are. I think that should be Christer. No, that's Hakan. Oh, that is Christer. That's Christer. Right. So Christer, there you see yourself again. So you can have this map just as a point of reference. All right. Then what is nice, oh, this thing is gonna drive me nuts. Sorry guys. Let me actually close explain. We don't need explain open anymore. All right, so on the events page, these guys organize lots and lots of events. All the VAs do that. And if you join an event, obviously you're going to be a lot of guys at the same time. Some of them fly online, some of them don't fly online, but you get extra bonus points if you fly these routes, you know, and the tours and the things. So there's a lot of options that you guys can work through and with. And that's about it. So this is Ryanair. And if you guys want to join, it's free. There's no limit. You can fly today, you can fly next year or the year after. They don't close your account if you do not fly every month. Okay. Now, when we go to Southwest Virtual, the things change a little bit. Okay. With Southwest.
Mention the promotions as well, Nico.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Before we go on to Southwest. In Ryanair, where's resources? Smart cars, documents, rank manual. So in Ryanair, you're going to start as a trainee, and depending on the points that you earn and the hours that you fly, you're going to go into the ranks over here. So currently I am there. I'm a senior captain. All right, Uncle John is actually already a senior training captain. He's got like freaking 700 hours already, you know. So this is also just a nice to have, a little bit of incentive the guys give you, you know, to earn your stripes. What else, guys? Anything else?
You've covered that. At least I know there is a structure in there.
Yeah, okay. Good. So then now we go to Southwest Virtual. So if you want to fly in the Americas, North America, USA area, Southwest is the premier VA for that one. And in this one, it works a little bit differently. You've got a different client. I don't have that many hours here. I've only flown 47 flights for these guys, visited 26 destinations. So there's 70 hours that I've logged. Their timetable looks a little bit different. So they keep track of where you are. You can obviously change it, but they keep track. And then basically what I do is I just go and search for a flight from here. So the one that we booked for tonight is basically this one. So we're going to Providence. It gives you your time, 1 hour 10 minutes. It's not a very long flight. This flight of today was a bit longer. So what then happens is once you've booked it, it goes into your schedule. All right, and this is the extent of what they give you now. And the other side of this coin is you need to fly one flight every 30 days or they put you on leave. Then you can't fly. Then you have to request them to activate your account again. They're not sticky, they do that, but it does become an admin issue for me and the users as such, you know, and also for the guys operating the VA, where you need to then go back and ask, please put me back, where the other guys don't do this. Well, no, you can get the liveries from the internet. The Ryanair livery, for instance, and the Southwest livery, that is already included in your Zibo. So you don't have to go and find. You just use the ones that AudioBird gave us, or in, you know, originally. So it's there. And then if you want a little bit different one, you can go Google it. The big thing also is, doesn't matter which VA you fly for. It could be freaking Albatross Air from the North Pole. When you fly for a VA, you have to fly the livery of that VA. Once you connect the client, it actually checks that you are using a VA associated with their airline, because otherwise it's a cheat, you know, and then they reject your PIREP at the end of the day. They won't accept it. And that's about what VAs do. So if you guys are looking for a purpose to fly, if you want to become part of a club like this, you know, go for it. It's nice. I've been flying VAs for a long time. You know, I've tried to put up my own VA at least 3 times, and I tell you what, that's why I know the cost versus benefit isn't worth it, because it's a nice to have, but the admin is a nightmare to get it going.
No, you don't have to leave from the last destination. You can
You can jump around. Let me actually show you. I'll show you in this one. We want to do KBWI because that's where we landed last night. The VA remembers. Both of these VAs remember where you are. Okay. So in theory, yes, they want you to fly from where you were the last time, but they give you options. I'll show you. Let's do this one first. So if I don't want to fly from BWI, all I do is I click on the delete button. Okay, I don't really want to do it, but you click on the delete button, then your schedule is open. Then you go back to your timetable, and then you just pick another airport, Charleston, and then you can start booking from Charleston once you've found flights that you fancy, then you just go book the next one. So yes, they remember. No, they do not require you to fly it. You can change your own schedule. Then if we go back to Ryanair, what you can do, for instance, let's just cancel this flight. I don't mind doing it. Yeah. What you can do is, remember I said to you that's where you are, so they clearly remember where you are. But what you can do is you can actually select another airport, that one. You see there it says jump seat. So if you click on jump seat, the system will then transfer you as if you were flying jump seat with another aircraft to that place. All right, so you can go jump seat. Right, look there. All of a sudden, you are now at Charleroi. And now you've got other destinations that you can go to. You see what I mean? So they don't bind you to it. You can move around. There we're back where we were just now. But for realism's sake, I think it's nice to fly from point to point as if you're really doing a tour, as if you're really doing the sectors per day. So, well, Krista, you beat me today. Hats off to you, sir, and awesome flight. Thank you for flying with. I'm impressed. Thank you very much for doing that for us. So, guys, I don't know what else I can tell you. What else will you want to know before we say goodbyes for now? Thanks,
What
Paul.
time is it?
What time is it? I don't know. I don't have my watch on. Let me see.
Before
It's
you leaving.
11:26.
12:26.
It depends on the time zone. Yeah, mine is 12:26 as well. So
Then it is time to go, sir. Huh?
yeah, then it's time to go, sir. Okay. All Hakan, bye-bye. We'll see you later.
No, I thought that you are going.
I'm going to stop the stream, yes. Gentlemen, and if there are any ladies, if there's anybody on stream that want to ask another question, think about it quickly and tell me. Tell us about the weather in hot as hell. I don't have a meter for hot as hell, unfortunately. And for those of you that don't know, that's a town in our arid, semi-arid desert in the Karoo. It gets very hot. That's why they call it hot as hell.
Uncle John,
Okay, 100% Krister. We'll see you. You're welcome, Stefan. Bye-bye, everybody. I'm going to say see ya and see you later then. Keep
Cheers, Nico. Thanks so very much.
It's a pleasure. Sorry.
Arrivederci.
Bye-bye.
Cheers, everybody.
Tot vidania. Bye-bye. Tot ziens.
Hasta luego.
You guys crack me up.
See you, hasta luego.
I'm going to make some pasta. Would you like some?
Yeah, fax it to me.
Please.
Fax it. Cheerio, guys. Bye-bye.